What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Okay, so for Father's Eve, meet the Pellerer in the Stone Circle on Fyke Isle at midnight. Alright, we just left Fyke Isle. So what else does he have to say?
Give us a rest.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm not going to talk to you now. Okay, so let me look at that quest. Let's see what... Okay, level 7, so that's easy. Return to Crook Battle. We're going to do that one as well. Was that... Yeah, this was the other one that was... So we can do this. Let's see where we got to go. Hangman's Alley. Alright, so let's go to Hangman's Alley. This is actually closer. Meanwhile, the Pellerer can hang out and wait. Come here, horse. Let's go, Roach. Go, Roach. Voncraft MC, what's going on? Welcome to the stream.
Let's go.
Hurry up, Roach. Better not be going the wrong way, Roach. What the hell is back there? Oh, jerkwads on horses, huh? Is that what we have going on here?
We'll flail you.
Ha ha ha! Ah ha ha ha! Ah ha ha! Ah ha ha! I like slicing these guys in half off of their horses. That's pretty fun. Come on, come here. Oh, I just missed you. I'm gonna...
Blow yourself! You'll be blowed!
Man, I feel like I'm having a dogfight on... Ah! Come on. This is stupid! Come on! Yeah! Screwed you up at least. Oh, he hit me! You son of a bitch. Come here, bandit. Come here. Come here.
That stench.
Yeah, half your body's gone. How do you like that? And apparently I had half of his body stuck on my sword. Ah, I missed. Voncraft MC is asking if I would recommend this game. Voncraft, I would very highly recommend this game. This game is an absolute blast. And right now, since it's been out for a while, you can get it dirt cheap. I have the enhanced edition, so it's got all the DLC, and I think it was like 20 bucks. But, yeah, I mean, absolutely, unquestionably, this game is completely worth getting. There is an incredible amount that you can do in the game. I've barely scratched the surface. Hey, where were the other bodies? I chopped up 4 horsemen. The 4 horsemen. But I know I cut up 4 of them. On Steam, it's like 40. Don't bother with that. I mean, unless you absolutely insist on having it, only having a downloaded version of it. I mean, not that there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's just whatever your preference are, of course. But I mean, I have an actual physical copy of the game, and I ordered it on Amazon, and I found similar prices at like Game Crazy and whatnot, and yeah, it was like 20 bucks. Oh, there's the other body. one more. Was there only 3 of them? I thought there were 4. I could have sworn I killed 4. I could be completely wrong. But I mean, even for 40, if you just wanted to have it downloaded, that's not that bad either. But I mean, again, like I said, you can just order it on Amazon and you can get it way cheap. Roncar's saying, nice to meet you. Hey, it's nice to meet you as well, man. And, yeah, I mean, if you're enjoying what I'm doing and you feel like subscribing, cool. If not, it's all good. I appreciate anybody who stops in and says hello and even gives what I'm doing a shot. Oh, that's not a good sign. Yeah, I heard you, water hag. I don't like water hags, and I don't like drowners. Hold on a second. So let's... Yes, let's put that on. And let's take care of you, jerk.
Water hag.
Will you burn? Thank you. Ugh. Yeah, that thing was a, it says, yeah, I just saw the trailer on Steam with the Witcher fighting that one witch girl. I don't know what she is. This is my first time playing through the game, so I don't remember who was on the trailer. But I have fought a couple of witch-like things, and there's, honestly, there is a ridiculous amount of different monsters, and I mean, you deal with bandits, you deal with soldiers from other nations or kingdoms or whatever that, you know, don't like you. You deal with all kinds of ghosts and goblins, and there's dragons, which I can't possibly fight yet, and harpies and werewolves and vampires and everything in between. I mean, this game is absolutely jam-packed with stuff. It's incredible. Lullaby of Woe. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Put your sword away, Witcher. Okay, so let's...
Wide, heavy wheels. Merchant's wagon.
So, for anyone who doesn't know what I'm doing right now, I was asked to locate a lost wagon from a trader that has a bunch of ingredients that a friend of mine who... Oh, Lullaby of Woe is a song, okay. But I'm trying to find this wagon. Hey, a bear hide! Hold on, hold on. Hold on, everybody. Look at that. Enhanced beast oil because we found the bear hide. Boom, now we have that. And now we can make this. And this. And this. So that just kicked a lot of ass. Okay, I saw the tracks. That's a skeleton, so he's been here for a long time. So there's got to be more. Yeah, I don't remember what the girl, what my friend is. I don't know if she's a sorceress or a witch or a lower form of witch or something. But she's a magic user. But I've helped her and she's helped me. We're trying to do her a favor here. Okay, more tracks. This is not going to bode well.
off the road at high speed. Doesn't bode well.
That's exactly what I just said. Minecraft is saying, don't you love it when you find a random skeleton getting hanged with a bucket over its head? I know, right? Well, the really messed up thing is, this isn't even an uncommon sight in this game. Like, that whole road has hanging bodies all over the place. And there's all over the place around here because all these different kingdoms are at war. So you're coming across former battle sites, and I don't know what the other kingdoms, how bad they are, because I haven't been there yet. But in this territory of Velen, I mean, there's bodies hanging everywhere. I mean, people have been hanged left and right. It's like you come up towards the town, and it's like, well, there's another tree with like 10 bodies swinging from it. Minecraft says the police are just like, meh, looks fine to me. Yeah, I think the police, I mean, you know, like whatever type of police you'd actually have here, they're probably like, nope, not getting involved. I'm going to make myself scarce. Can't blame them. I wouldn't want anything to do with it either. What's that? Oh, mushrooms. How busted ass wagon. Was that a foot? No, it's a tree. So everything looks a little weird because I'm using my Witcher senses. I figure I'm also 17 episodes in, so there's plenty of people that are not familiar with the game that may not know what's going on. But yeah, I'm using my Witcher senses here.
Across Velen alone. No way that was going to end well.
No, didn't end well at all. What's this? Yeah, an empty bottle. Wonderful. Wonderful. Come on. Come on. Stop. Loot the damn thing, would you please? Stop being so... Ah, there it is. There's the package.
Package still intact. Don't sense anything magic, though. Wonder how Kira will explain this one. A dry red from Zubaran. Southern slope. Notes of black currant and citrus. Ah, pains the heart.
What does that mean? Well, what does that mean? Vancraft is asking, is there anything special with his wolf necklace? Yeah, he's got that pendant shaped like a wolf. It helps him sense magic. So, like, a lot of times if you're near anything that's otherworldly magic or has any kind of, like, any kind of form of, like, paranormal activity or anything like that, it'll make his necklace vibrate. So he, you know, it kind of tips him off, almost like Spider-Man having his Spidey senses. And if it does anything more, then I don't know yet because I haven't encountered that. But that's what it's done so far.
Leftovers, cuts of meat, cataplepis. Wonder what spell requires that.
Well,
Human, from an artery. Can't
oh,
be
good.
Far. Wouldn't have made it.
Well, the body is out here. He's dead someplace. And whatever it is eating him. Oh, it's a rot fiend. Good.
Hid. We waited for help. It never
Get
came.
away!
That's Velen for you.
Those things suck. And this would be the merchant. Missing merchant's letter. Volker. We've hit gold, old friend. Not only have we sold all of our stock, we have sold it for 3 times its cost. Our customer wants it all. Wine from Vauclair, everything from Bourgeois Nouveau to the oldest vintages, white, red, rosé, you name it. Cattle paws, meat, pickled beef, pepper, cinnamon, cloves. I'm telling you, old friend, everything. There's one catch, however. We must deliver the goods to Velen, to a village called Midcops. I know, dangerous, what with the war and all. But think of the coin. I've managed to secure a pass that will get you across the Pontar. Then it's just a hop, skip, and a jump, and you're there. You'll be fine. Klaus. P.S. We'll split the proceeds 50-50. Well, no one's splitting nothing now. Yeah, you're all dead. Said that didn't work. Alright, so now we'll bring this stuff to Kira. Where's my chicken shit horse? There he is. What's up, Roach? Hold on a second.
Come on.
Hold on a second. I saw markings for treasure.
Whoa there, Roach.
And I don't know if that's treasure I've picked up before. The girl was a Bruxa. Ah. I got this already. Damn it. A Bruxa or Bruxa? I don't know how to say that. What is the X? That's probably the fourth rider that I killed. Yep, sure is. Alright, Roach, we've had enough of this. Let's get out of here. Get out of the way, dear. Going the wrong way, Roach.
Not so fast, Roach. Come on now.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop texting for a while. I'll be right back. All right, Vancraft, we'll see you when you get back. Oh, Kiara. How's it going?
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Yeah. I got your stuff.
Got those, substances you wanted?
Splendid. I can finally begin my study of double arboreal racination patterns. But first, I'll...
Brew yourself a mug of mulled wine? Saw what the wagon was carrying. Exquisite meats, expensive wines, Zerrikanian spices. Not a speck of magic. Care to tell me what you're up to?
I would rather show you. But you must wait a bit.
Color me intrigued. Fine, I'll wait.
Then shoo, outside.
Gonna slip into something more comfortable?
Later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, go on, out.
So, was she in a previous game?
You've been patient, thank you. It's almost ready.
White rats.
Huh? If I wanted to see white mice, I'd just get drunk.
Note that I said almost. Now don't interrupt. The king Vin Capel.
Whoa. Neat.
Third mouse. What happened to it?
The spell has a 66.67% chance of success. I always use one more than I need, just in case.
So where did... Kira, can I explain what's going on here?
Know the fairy tale about Cinderella?
Mm-hmm. True story it's based on, too. A Zoogle cropped up in a palace pond and ate Princess Cinderella whole. Left behind one slipper, so...
I beg you, not another word about Zoogles. Now, to return to the fairy tale...
Huh?
I'd like to escape these ghastly swamps for one magical night. I don't need a fairy godmother, I'll cast the spells myself. But I could use a Prince Charming. It just so happens you're the only decent candidate in all Velen.
Uh-oh.
So, what do you say to a moonlight ride on horseback? And dinner?
I'm a witcher, not a gigolo. I'm not saying that. But kids, you may have to hide your eyes
Sounds
soon.
tempting. So tempting, I don't think I can refuse.
Before we go, there's one more thing.
Gotta transform a pumpkin into a carriage?
No. I shall transform our rancid rags into something more glamorous. Don't wince. It'll only be an illusion, won't hurt a bit. And at dawn, everything will return to normal.
Okay.
Why not? Might as well go all out.
Then hold on tight. Gvella Glan. So, what do you think? Neckline too modest?
It's just right.
Oh, I might also have changed your hair colour while I was at it. I've always fancied dark-haired men. Oh well, any port in a storm. Well, off we go. Dinner's waiting. Last one.
You know,
there, the dishes.
I have this exact same outfit.
Let's go.
I'm actually racing her? Why am I racing her? Racing her so I don't get stuck doing dishes? This horse is gonna get tired before I even get to where we're going.
Yeah, yeah!
Whoa, Cinderella. We'll have a great fall.
Ha! As fast as you can. Try to catch me.
Ah, I went the wrong way. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. Well, she's gonna win this race.
The old god demanded 6 sucklings. You did.
No, she won. Oh well. Guess it doesn't really matter.
I thought you were a better horseman.
For the record, I was riding a mouse.
For someone who usually trots around on a roach, that shouldn't present a challenge.
Hey, don't you insult Roach.
Now do you see why I needed those substances?
Beef and cinnamon and cloves, roasted capon with shallots. It was worth the trouble.
Shall I pour the white or the...
Dry red, but let it breathe a little first.
Well, well, never took you for a wine connoisseur.
Think witchers suck the marrow out of drowner bones and wash it down with puddle water?
More or less. Well, we've chatted long enough on empty stomachs. Let's dig in.
Must have cost you a small fortune. Sure you don't need me to pitch in?
Please, I manage. You know, a dozen eggs here, a cock or gander there. Besides, my finances are about to improve.
How, if you don't mind my asking? I mean, you'd think the only work to be had in Velen would be in farming.
Very true. So, I've two options. I can either start cultivating turnips or leave. But that's not what I wish to discuss. Thank you once again, Geralt, for your help with the tower. You were fabulous.
Not the first curse I've lifted.
But among the most difficult, correct? What happened on that island? Why, I shiver at the thought. And the laboratory. I sincerely hope you burnt everything. The cages, the corpses, the papers.
No, I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that!
Didn't destroy that workshop, if that's what you're asking. Didn't see any reason to.
If Alexander's findings were to fall into the wrong hands. Although, Fyke Isle has a terrible reputation. None even dare go there.
Hey, what's
Perhaps
going on,
there's nothing to
BB?
worry about. I'm sorry. Such a gloomy subject to broach. I simply shouldn't have, not during our romantic dinner.
Romantic? Thought we came here as friends.
Friends. With benefits.
Oh,
So?
shit! Well, children, hide your
fairy
eyes.
tale, your rules.
Really? Then close your eyes and count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's enough. Kira, wanna play hide and seek? Why not?
Where is it? Oh, they're far away.
Shame. Could have kept her shoes on.
Geralt, you're not that thick-headed, are you?
Now, where's that Cinderella gone to?
Children, hide your eyes!
Congratulations.
Do I get a prize?
I've nothing on me, but I'll think of something.
Boobs and butts. Albert jumps in just in time.
You know what they call
What's
that
going on,
constellation
Albert?
in Zerrikania?
Dragon something, I bet.
No, it has a different name. Bit indecent, actually. Lean closer and I'll whisper it in your ear. Egfain Nave.
Uh-oh. And now she's gone, and left us in our underwear. I'm guessing, at least. Oh, no, we got our clothes. But she's gone.
Kira? Where?
She's
Made a
split,
slip with a
dude!
spell. Means she's up to something. Fyke Isle. The tower.
Well, we have to go to Fyke Isle anyway. Character entry. I have to read those character entries because. All right, so we can find out what she's doing at the tower. I have to be at the tower at midnight, and right now it's past midnight, 4:41 a.m. and it's very bright out. So, all right, is there anything here worth taking? No. I see. I do need to put all of my clothes on because I'm not wearing everything. Come on, Geralt, you fool. Put your boots on. Put your gloves on. There you go. BB is saying, you cheated on Jennifer. Well. Oh, well. She wasn't exactly really committing to us anyway. And, although I have a feeling that she's probably going to find out and yell at us. But, oh, well. I can just say that it's not my fault. I got put under a spell. Alright, so how... Is there a boat nearby? There's a boat all the way over there. I could just swim right across, actually. You know what? We're going for a swim, people. I mean, by the time we'd run over to get a boat, it would take less time to get over here. And I see that there's a bunch of boats already up on the island here. That's not really a good sign. Unless one is the boat that I brought here before, and the other one is a new one that Kira brought. Minecraft is saying, wow, I haven't seen that swimming animation in any game. Mob? Peasant? What's going on over here? Now you guys are supposed to do stuff at midnight. I'll be back. I'm gonna go deal with the tower. Because that's what the Peller asked us to be here for. That's what the boats are there for. Oh, what's this?
Wonder what killed them. Doesn't look like the work of necrophages.
Did I just not... I must have not seen that body before. Or there's still a bunch of raids I gotta kill? Is that what's going on over here? What was over here? It was a bunch of drowners, wasn't it? Those ghouls. Alright. I've killed all these ghouls already. I'm not gonna... I don't feel like dealing with it again. Sun was so bright I couldn't tell where the hell I was going.
A light. Top floor of the tower.
Don't tell me that water hag is in here again. Albert, I am currently playing Witcher 3. What you doing? She's collecting all of his notes.
Found what you were looking for?
Yes, thanks for asking. How are you feeling? Sleep well?
You used me. We don't care.
What do you want with those papers?
Why, I aim to use them to continue important work that a man's tragic death put on hold.
Boobs. That's why, Albert,
Outside
that's
of
why I had to
studying
put
the
rated
Catriona
M on
plague,
there.
I'll use his notes to produce medication, perhaps a cure, or at least a vaccine.
Mm-hmm. Strictly humanitarian motivations, is that it?
Nope, strictly selfish ones. The mighty would pay willingly for such a remedy. Can you imagine how much? Take Radovid, for instance. Why, he might even consider forgetting my past associations with the Lodge.
I doubt that. But yeah, I had to mark this game rated M because I already knew from its reputation that people were like, if you're gonna play that, you gotta let people know there's boobs and stuff. You can see boobs and butts. But you know, just because of that, I wanted to make sure that it was posted. No, I don't think anyone would mind being used by her. So Radovid never forgets.
Radovid doesn't forget, and Radovid doesn't forgive. Especially when it comes to sorceresses.
He'll make an exception for me. He'll have to. I have something he wants.
Please, you don't believe that.
Well, you believe Yennefer will stop treating you like
Albert,
a dog someday.
I'll find my way
Don't
out,
see me
sorry.
laughing. I'm going to see Radovid. Tell him of this research, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I just, you know, for me, it's like I want to make sure I place that on there because just in case anybody who's underage is watching, I don't want like their parents to like walk in and, you know, scream and yell at them or something because they're watching a game that's got mature content. Not that it's constantly, you know, showing mature content, but I just feel, you know, it's my responsibility. I'm a father too, so it's not like I can't understand what the parents would go through, or at least how they'd feel. So, I'm not gonna say I can't let you do that. I'm just saying it's suicide.
This is suicide, Kira. You'll wind up tied to a stake, burned to bolster the morals of the masses while entertaining them.
Shut up for a moment and look at me. See this? Bedbugs, Geralt. Bloody bedbugs. I, Kira Metz, advisor to Foltest and member of the Lodge of Sorceresses, have bedbugs.
Did
Think
you
what
give
will,
me
but I'll not stay in
bedbugs?
this bloody swamp one day more, not one day. I should cross the Pontar, and that means Radovid's men will find me sooner or later. Don't you understand? I don't have a choice. I will have to parley.
Yeah. Go to Kaer Morhen.
Got another option. Go to Kaer Morhen.
You believe I'd be safe there?
Long as you don't piss Lambert off, yes. Emir, Radovid, neither will be able to reach you. Find little in the way of luxury there, but we do have clean sheets.
It's a long way. Well beyond the dividing line.
Albert.
But if I keep to the woods until I reach the Kestrel Mountains, I should pass through unnoticed. So be
Albert
it.
says...
Seems I find it hard to refuse you, handsome.
Hold on.
You've clearly a notion of what women want, how they think.
Albert says, look at his eyes. He's constantly looking at her melons. Maybe he is. Before I go the notes, I'll take them.
Yeah, kinda. So before I go, I'll need you to hand me those notes.
All right, take them already.
Yay. Yeah, he's...
Farewell, Geralt. Or rather, see you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, alright. Now I feel like, are we supposed to go in there and burn the place down? I hardly think that's necessary. Yeah, she was just complaining about... I got a trophy for that, by the way, guys. I got a trophy. Got a trophy for doing that. Doing stuff. Good God. But I was gonna say, you know, she knows how to do teleportation, so she could pretty much get wherever she needs to go without really having much trouble doing it. And getting, like, she doesn't really have to worry about getting caught. Yeah, I ain't gonna burn the place down. There's no need. Alright, but what we can do is we can take a look at those books we just picked up. Or the notes, rather. Alexander's notes. Conclusions! Oh, Albert's saying, oh, she is blonde. He didn't even notice she was blonde. I know I didn't. So Alexander's notes to, and it's funny how earlier in the last video I was saying I wished that we had a follow-up to the notes that we read earlier. Well, here we go. One droplet from a colony of plague bacteria diluted in 100 quarts of pure water is sufficient to induce infection. In the absence of medical care, the illness terminates in death in 93% of cases. When medical care is provided, the illness terminates in death in 89% of cases. Individuals who survive develop complete immunity to the disease and never succumb to it again. There are two interesting directions in which further study or further research can proceed. Firstly, increasing the time during which the bacteria colony remains active after dilution, currently less than 12 hours, would allow for its use as a weapon, one ideal for diversions or sabotage behind enemy lines. Second, the development of immunity in survivors suggests a vaccine may be possible. Undertaking either of these would require an enormous dedication of time and means, neither of which, sad to say, I possess at the moment. Albert's saying, hey, sorry I didn't come back last night. I fell asleep. Remember the time difference. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, again, that's the advantage of this being on YouTube. Videos are always there if you ever want to catch up with anything that you've ever missed. Alright, so now let's... This one is... No, I don't need that. Where is... Forefathers Eve. So let's go over... See what the wacky peasants are doing. That's what you get, ghoul. Trying to sneak up on me? I don't think so. Oh, there's another one. Also trying to sneak up on me. Yeah, I saw you glowing red. I know you wanted to attack, and now you die. Thought I knocked your head off. Stupid ghouls. Albert saying, I'm totally ready for more ghost stories and just got my first win in Fortnite. Nice. Von Kraft saying, have you ever played Prototype 2? No, I have not. Is that a PS4 game? Because, I mean, everything I do is on PS4. Because I don't have a computer that is nearly strong enough to handle any gaming. Die, ghoul. Oh, it's PS3. Nah, I mean, I never played it. Prototype 2. I mean, I know I don't own it. I don't think I ever borrowed it from anybody. Oh, it's also PS4? What's that game about? Any other monsters feel like dying? Put my sword away. Hello, Peller. You gonna tell me to come back at midnight?
I'll be back.
Yep, apparently. Alright, well, let's wait until midnight. I'll tell you some ghost stories in a moment.
What comes next, once life subsides? Man, his own fate decides.
Greetings.
Just in time.
Well, I've been here the whole time.
Good folk, behold the one who will protect us. You needn't fear. Soon shall we summon the wandering souls. Beyond all help some will be. From these you must protect us. Evil creatures keep at bay. Keep at bay till the ritual's done.
Von Kraut's saying, you're James Heller, an ex-soldier commander, I think. There's a guy who gives you the Mercer virus, and now every Blackwatch and Gentek employee is trying to kill you. This place in New York. That sounds familiar. I've never played it, but I'm it definitely seems familiar. I don't think I've never played it. I've never done a playthrough, but I seem to remember either reading about it, either in Game Informer or something. Yeah, this guy's got chicken feet. Oh dear Lord. Yeah, he's like a shaman kind of guy. You get powers like sword, arm, hammer, fist, lasso, whip, claws, tendril attack. It's pretty wild.
Begin.
Keep us from harm, and let them not disturb the circle.
Okay, so you guys are gonna do stuff, and I'm gonna kill monsters. I take it that that's the plan here.
What is this life? Well, you know.
Fleeting torment, we know.
What comes next once life subsides?
Man his own fate decides.
Are you gonna get
Soon
attacked
will
by
rise thy dead, thy buried.
raids or?
Will ye grant these souls reprieve?
The storm, damn it.
Let's begin Forefathers' Eve.
Oh, something's coming. What is it?
Ye who wander on the gale,
Oh, it's just-
ever caught in this world's thrall.
It's just
See this
drowners.
sign, gentle
The drowners might bring a water hag. Yeah. What did I just say? Literally just said it. I hate water hags.
right.
hate them.
Hark! A sound I hear. 'Tis right. A spirit breaks the still of night.
Burn the incense ever higher. Spirit, join us round the fire.
Spirit,
One of these days I'm
speak.
gonna have to look up
This time is yours.
Prototype
Tell us
2 or
of
whatever.
your ghostly woes.
It's a ghost.
Who are you?
He knows.
He knows what?
Should I drive him away?
Nay.
I've come for you, patricide.
Oh, he's killed his father.
Begone, foul force! I cast upon you the light of the eternal fire!
Oh, not these assholes again.
Abomination! Stop this at once!
The errant souls. We must help them.
Silence! I'll not tolerate necromancy.
Help me.
Leave now. You're disrupting the ritual.
This is black magic. These folk disturb the dead. We cannot allow it. We will not.
You
Well,
don't
then you're
know
gonna
a
get
thing
killed.
about their customs.
Take him and disperse the others.
Great, I have to kill you guys now.
How long are you gonna make me
Leave
wait?
not these grounds. Ye cannot break the circle.
Witch hunters, huh? Damn, the power is strong.
'Tis an ill turn. Ill. Woe away. Blood has stained the hallowed
He hit that
ground.
guy and took almost all of his strength away.
Yet we cannot stop what has begun.
The bloodshed, it do any harm?
Tainted lies the circle now. They who thirst for the gore of men shall come. God's willing, they will be few, and the Pella shall finish the
shit.
rite.
You can get the bundle with the first and second game on Amazon for like $28. That's not a bad deal. I may look into that. It'll be a while if I was to put it on my channel though, because I got this game and then I've got Far Cry 5 is coming in on Tuesday, and I'm going to be starting that. But that's definitely a interesting one to look into. Okay.
If you want to continue, I'm ready.
Good folk,
You
we
continue,
must
I'm gonna
the
pick
eve
up some
complete.
loot.
Prepare yourselves. Ye we summon, ye we call. Enter souls, we'll judge
Cool.
ye all.
All is quiet, all is gloom. Beings in the darkness loom.
Something whispers, something peeps. Someone near our fire creeps.
All is quiet, all is gloom. Beings in the darkness loom.
Wraiths! This
Wraiths.
sacred ground is with blood stained. We cannot the ritual complete. People, save yourselves. If your lives you value, run.
Oh, raids. We gotta deal with them now. Hold on. Where's my Spectre oil? Oh, I have enhanced Spectre oil. That's why I couldn't find it at first. The Hammer Fist making an open world destruction simulator. Nice. Get off of me, you stupid raid. Whoa, this is the enhanced oil, really. God damn. Man, that, not messing around.
Alas, all is lost.
Gotta be a peasant who told the witch hunters about the ritual. That spirit they drove away. Your father's ghost, right? Threatened to come back. Likely to keep his word.
Old man Ambros, the Pella fears not.
That wraith called you a patricide. He get it right?
Aye.
If I'm gonna help you, I gotta know everything. Why'd you kill your father?
The Pella does not wish to speak of this.
Well, you gotta tell me something, because otherwise why do I want to help you if I find out you're evil?
You can't hope to manage this alone. You're afraid, that's clear. Wraith will hold sway over you. Listen, I'll send him off. I've got to. But I need to know where he's buried. The corpse probably hasn't turned to dust yet. That's his bond to the world of the living.
Ambrose lies in the swamp.
Fine. I'll find his body, see what I can do.
Heller, you don't want to give me any more details, like about where in the swamp he might be? Thanks for the help. So Minecraft saying there's stuff like air dash and glide, and when I say hammer fist, I mean like bigger than a head instead of like a normal hammer. That's pretty awesome. Okay, there's like... How many more things do I need to pick up? Is that it? Seems to be it. It's another thing I love about this game. I love the setting. Like when I first came on this island and I stumbled across this was just awesome. This first thing I thought was like old druidic sites. It's just cool. Alright, so how far away have I got to go? Where is it? Okay, it's all the way the hell over there, but it's by the Orphans of Crookback Bog. Okay, I have to go back there anyway? So maybe we do that first. So let's go to that fast travel point. And I'll jump over to Crookback Bog, or however the hell you say it. It's a little too quiet. I don't like that. So, ghost stories. I'm trying to think of stuff that I haven't... I mean, I know that you said that you don't mind hearing stuff I've already talked about, but I'm trying to think if there's anything new. Did I ever talk about the... I remember last time I was saying it wasn't like when I was talking about how the that door got slammed in my face, and I said that wasn't the last time that I had to deal with. Hold on, that I had to deal with actual physical interactions where objects were moved and whatnot. I don't know if I told you guys about how my junior year of college, when I was living in that castle that I was talking about, we lived in the room that was pretty much like supposed to be like the most haunted room. It was like the most, it had the most paranormal activity. And, alright, before I move forward and activate this quest, I'll tell this story real quick. So, the room that I was in was originally the room of the wife, Mrs. Harrison. And Mr. Harrison apparently, and this is all like, this is just stuff that there's no like official recording of all this, so this is just like, you know, stories as have been passed down from generation to generation. So apparently Mr. Harrison had an affair with either some other woman or was messing around with a servant or something, I'm not sure. But he and Mrs. Harrison basically split up officially, or I should say technically, not officially, because at the time in the, you know, in the 1800s, like, you didn't just get divorced, like, especially when you were rich, it'd be like this big scandal. So they didn't just get divorced, but what they did was they were still living in that castle, but they were living on opposite sides of the castle. And the room that I ended up living in my junior year was the room that Mrs. Harrison occupied. And the opposite side, one of the rooms, I don't know which one, but one of the rooms Mr. Harrison lived in, and also one of the daughters lived in at one point. I think one of the rooms right across from us, I think, was another one of the children. But on the way that they set it up is that there were 3 rooms. There's my room and 2 other rooms, one directly next to me and one across the hall from me, where they were set up for men to live in. And we each had 4 roommates. And then on the other side were the women. So the girls that went to the college, like, they could live over there. And I think there were like 5 rooms. I think. Oh no, I'm sorry. There were 4 rooms on our side. 3 rooms for 4 people each, and 1 for a resident assistant. And that was just one gigantic room for just one person to live in. And my buddy Don ended up having that our senior year, so he got really, really lucky. So Don, who, by the way, I was talking about, he was in the last story. He was the one who witnessed that door getting slammed in my face. So on the opposite side, the women had like 4 or 5 rooms to themselves. I mean, also along with, you know, for themselves, whatever. There's same thing, 4 women per room, and I think except for one room which had two girls living there. So every now and then, over on the girls' side, you could hear pacing of, it would sound like hard shoes on wood, pacing back and forth, and you could hear sobbing. And meantime, there's no inch of that hallway that doesn't have a carpet on it. So there would be no reason for there to be the sound of hard shoes or heels on actual wood. But that's what you would absolutely hear that, and you hear sobbing. And one of the Harrison's daughters died of pneumonia, I believe. She got sick and then developed pneumonia and died from it. And of course, at that time, it was very easy to die of pneumonia. You know, you would catch a fever and you'd get pneumonia, and that would probably kill you, either the pneumonia itself or the fever, because they didn't have the, you know, medical abilities that we have now. So that's one thing, you can hear that. And then there was the girls' rooms. They had their own little weird things that would happen, like little items that would go missing on them and stuff. Somebody lost their TV remote, and then they found it one day going through their closet, and it was like in a fishbowl that had a whole bunch of stuff that was like pushed in the back of the closet, and it was like there's no reason anyone would have had to go in there. So it was just this weird thing. I didn't witness that myself. That was just something that I was told by someone who's living there. So, but I believe it because I've seen enough other crazy crap that went on over there. I remember the one time in my own room. There's many things that went on in our own room. The way that our room was set up was we were in part of the what the hell do you call it? Why can't I think of the word? The turret. So one of the each corner of the castle had was a big round turret. So our room was broken into 2 halves. You had the turret half, and then you had a large rectangular half that was they were kind of like at a 45-degree angle from one another. And the turret half is where we put our beds, and then the rectangular half was like our living room. And our living room it was cool. It had a fireplace. We couldn't use the fireplace, but I mean, it was still cool looking. It had the fireplace, and it had a big mirror above it and whatnot. That was a weird little glitch that popped up on the screen, unless I'm seeing things. So anyway, the one of the things that we kept saying was like you don't make fun of the ghost. Like you don't make fun of the Harrisons. You don't do any of that, because if you did that, it's like bad things can happen to you, or can happen in general. And my one roommate Matt had a bad habit of constantly talking shit, and like making fun of the Harrisons and just running his mouth. And if it wasn't about the Harrisons, it was about Gorto. And Gorto was a lamp that we had in our room. And it was originally the main chunk of the lamp was the leg of a antique desk that was the shape of a lion, and somebody made it into a lamp, and it looked cool. And it was my roommate Rick's, and he brought it, and my one of my roommates Rob named it Gorto, and it was based off of an old movie from that they made fun of on Mystery Science Theater. And but we called it Gorto. We thought it was funny. But we said Gorto was also like we would say he was the embodiment of the spirits of the castle. So like we would just say that. But I guess sometimes if you believe in the spirits and paranormal, when you say things are if you say an object is, if you relate it to a specific spirit or whatever, eventually like that's what's going to happen, is that the spirit is going to connect itself to whatever that object is. So, if you made fun of Gorto as well, like, stuff could happen. And Matt would do that. Like, he would talk shit. Be like, Gorto's stupid, or whatever, just much ruder things I don't want to repeat. But, so weird stuff would happen. Like, one time Rick is hanging up Christmas lights, and he's standing up on, we had this bar, like a alcohol bar, not like a metal bar, but an alcohol bar, that divided the two rooms from one another. And Rick was standing on top of it, was hanging the lights. And as soon as Matt started saying something, Rick swears like it felt like someone shoved him, and he fell off of the bar and went through a chair that was right next to it. Like that he stepped up on the chair and then up onto the bar so he could hang it. And he went right through the damn chair and like scratched his back up really bad. Didn't get hurt seriously hurt, but it bruised and battered pretty good. And then so like that happened. There was other times Rob decided to hide in our closet and close the door behind him, and Rick and Matt weren't paying attention. They didn't see him do it, and I gotta find the video of it. I mean, I don't have it. I gotta get one of those guys to make a copy of it. I think Rob or Matt has it, but we had a video camera and I was filming it because it was gonna be a good practical joke. And I'm like, I kept saying how I think I hear like something in the closet, like there's a rat in the closet or something like that, or I saw a rat go in there, or something along those lines, right? And I keep saying I'm seeing, like I'm hearing things, and in the meantime, Matt is he's like playing TIE Fighter or something on his computer, so he's completely oblivious to it. He's not paying any attention whatsoever. And Rick is sitting up on his bunk with headphones on, so he can't hear me either. So I'm like, oh well, this is ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, well, all right, rat, whatever you are, out of there, you. And I'm basically just like trying to tell Rob to like come out of the, bust out of the closet. And I hear the closet door rattle, and he's like, I can't. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm stuck. I'm like, no, you're not. Now let me remind you guys, the closet doors does not lock. Okay, and there's a latch from the inside and outside that you just turn and the closet door opens. It's not like some fancy closet, and he can't open the door. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, well, maybe there's like, is there a coat or a shirt or something that's kind of like jammed in the door frame? And he's, I can feel, he's feeling around, and he's like, no, he's like, there's nothing. And he's like, he's a big guy. He's like, I don't know, he's 6 foot something, and he was, big dude. And he's throwing his weight against the door, and he can't get the door to open. And, now he's starting to panic. He's like, what the hell? I'm like, I don't know. And, I mean, at this point, Rick and Matt are both aware of what's happening. Could not open the door. And then all of a sudden, he's like, please, just let me out of here. And the door just opened. He just pushed it open, and it opened, smooth as butter. Like nothing. Like, he said it felt like someone was, leaning against the door and just holding it shut. And then all of a sudden, let go of the door, and he was able to open it again. Because he was able to turn the latch, no problem. It was just the door itself would not budge. It was really weird. So another time, we're sitting around playing cards one night, and we're, playing hearts, and, we tend to get obnoxiously loud when we're playing because, we're all making fun of each other and yelling at each other. And so we're getting louder and louder and louder, and as we're playing, I had I don't know how old everybody is here, if you know what the reference to a boombox is, but I had a boombox, and it was sitting against the bar that I was referring to earlier, nowhere near any of us. Like, the closest person to it was probably like 8 feet away. And a boombox is just basically, it's a portable, well, not a portable stereo. It's a regular, like, stereo system, but you can put batteries in it and carry it around. So it was plugged in, Von Krause saying, mini radio that can play cassette tapes. Yeah, exactly. So it was, it was sitting like 8 feet away from the nearest person. And while it was plugged in order to turn this thing on, like, we didn't have remote controls for our stereos, like this one certainly didn't. So in order to turn the thing on, you actually had to push this, an actual button that you had to have to click upwards to get the thing to turn on. And otherwise it ain't gonna work. So we're sitting around, and all of a sudden, like, as we're getting louder and louder and louder, suddenly just BAM! The radio part of it came on, super freaking loud, scared the shit out of all of us, because, we weren't expecting it, and we're like, holy fuck, so, we're like, whoa, alright, so I lean over, and I'm looking at it, and nobody's near it, nothing hit it, so I get up, I walk over, I turn the thing off, I had to push the button back down, and it was off. And I never had an issue with it before, like doing anything bizarre, like turning itself on. It's never happened before. So I turn it off, we go back to our, to what we're doing, and we're, talking and getting obnoxious and getting louder and louder and louder. And it's like, it's late at night. It's like 11, 12, 1, something like that. And all of a sudden, bam, that radio came on again, like maybe like 15 minutes later. And again, the button's pushed all the way up. Physically pushed all the way up, and none of us touched it. So again, scares us all out of our brains, and bugged us out. Reached over, turned the thing off, and this time I just unplugged it. So I'm like, nope, that's it for that. So I unplugged the thing, and now we're, we go back to our game, and we're getting a little loud again. And then the end of the night was, as we're sitting there playing, there was Rob's dresser. Nobody's really near it. Probably like 5 feet away from the nearest person. And Rob's dresser had a TV, a small TV on top of it, and on top of that was a cardboard box, like a gift box, and inside it was this big, heavy brass beer stein that somebody, I don't know, his family member or friend or whatever, gave it to him for his 21st birthday. So that's where he had put it. It was on top of this TV. Now, it was not on the ledge of the TV or anything like that. It was just sitting right in the middle of it, like sturdy as can be. And as we're talking, this fucking thing, the box and everything came flying off of the top of the TV across the room. Like, it came out on a diagonal and went about like 10 feet. Sailed past the back of Matt's head, missed him by inches, hit the floor. The beer stein, because it was this big heavy brass thing, busted out of the box. Like, it just tore through the box, and it skipped across the floor. I mean, if it hit Matt at the velocity it was going, it wouldn't have killed him, but it would have fucking messed him up. Like, it would have been like if I hauled off and just punched him in the back of the head. And again, it did not vibrate off and just fall. Like, if it was because we were, thumping around or whatever, it would have just fallen. It would have just gone straight down. And the worst that would have happened, it was made everybody jump when they hit the ground, and it would have fallen right at the base of the dresser. But it didn't. It came straight across. And all I saw was something whiz past Matt's head, and my other roommate Rick freak out because he saw it directly across from him go off of the top of the TV and go flying by the back of Matt's head. And that scared the shit. And then we were like, all right, we're done. card night is done. We're done. And we all left. You know, we're like, screw this shit. And, you know, all went about our business later on. But, yeah, so we had that. Lots of other stuff happened in that room and at that school, but those were some of the times that we were freaked out because it was like, well, something almost killed us. Hold on. Do I want to do the bog thing? Now let's go look for the body in the swamp. And how far into this am I? I am over an hour. Okay. Alright guys, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go a little extended on this one here. I'm gonna go find the body, and we'll finish this quest on this stream, and then I'm gonna call it quits. Get out of here, drowners! I hate you. You guys are just a nuisance, really, and not even like a threat, just a pain in the ass. Look at the video I sent in chat before you end it first. I don't think I can see any videos. Yeah, I don't see anything. Yeah, there's nothing popped up for any videos or whatever. I think YouTube in their chats for on live streams or whatever, I think they don't allow links to post. At least I don't think they do. If they do, it's not letting me see anything. That's where Johnny lives. Speaking of Johnny, I wonder if he's home. Nope. I guess we don't get to talk to Johnny again. Look up JSE Prototype 2 Badass Simulator when you go. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. I'll definitely take a look at that. Yeah, because I'm definitely curious.
You'll stay clear of that fog if you value your life.
Who are you?
Careful, sir. A monster prowls the bog. Enter the mist and you'll never see home again.
This monster, tell me more.
Only seen it once myself. And that from afar and past dusk. Thought it were a man at first. Then it turned, and I saw eyes burning like coals and a jaw full of fangs, one next to the other.
Humanoid? Nocturnal? First attack. Remember when it happened?
A week passed, near about. It was then Boren vanished. Merrick and Tommel went looking for him, didn't come back either, them two. I were afeared. Now none dare venture into the bog. Camp stands deserted, and the peat there, master, it's the best sort. Black as pitch and oily.
The peat. Ah, the peat.
Fascinating, but staying with the topic at hand. Assume you put up the notice in Downwarren.
Aye, 'twere me. Good to know someone reads them. Paid a scribe a dozen eggs to write it up.
I can help. For a fee.
Course! Why, even an ox don't pull a plough for free.
Alright, time I got to work. Where'll I find this monster?
Start south of here. But beware, bad poxy air hangs o'er the marsh. Stings your eyes, claws at your throat. Claws so hard ye could choke.
Okay, well. So we've got a couple of missions going on at the same time here. Because we're going to look for the body of the Peller's father and... Oh, rot beans.
How long you gonna make me wait?
That's right. Come on, you guys can come over here and fight me. You don't have to be afraid.
Show me what you got.
He goes, show me what you got. Yeah, well, he's going to show you everything he's got inside him because he's going to blow up. Gross. Alright. So I saw...
The swamps kept Ambrose's body in good shape.
That didn't take long.
Even where the Peller smashed his head in. Gotta incinerate it. That ought to get the Spectre to leave. Leave the world of the living. Never return again.
Okay. That was the end of that, eh? Now let's kill the whatever the swamp monster thing is. First, let me save real quick. I mean, since we're here, we might as well, right? Find out what's killing people in the fog. Ooh. Okay, so it's further out that way. Into the fog. Ah, you surface just in time to get turned into flames. Thanks for the body parts. Appreciate it. Make sure to make good use of them in my alchemy and in my crafting. Von Craft's asking how old I am. I am 43. Hence why I had a boombox in college. I sound 23. Thank you for the compliment.
There's something here. Need to use the eye. Tracks masked with magic. This is getting interesting.
Albert, I do have more. I do have more stories. I'll save them for the next stream though. Because like I said, I'm gonna finish this quest. I'm gonna split. And when I'm telling them like I can't play and
different claw marks.
And tell the stories at the same time. Okay, so that guy was just fed on. How do I know to go all the way over this way?
Ordinary fog, this. The odor. Metallic almost.
Okay, so it's just gross. Yeah, I have a... Actually, there's a Ouija board story, too. And, it's a story I can tell, but I can't, it takes a lot out of me. Just because it involves someone that I was friends with who committed suicide, and it was really fucked up. So I can tell that story, but I'll tell it the next time I'm on. Well, lots of stuff to loot, and there's a body. I'm gonna loot first, then I'll look at the body. I mean, I don't mind telling the story, but like I said, it's just one of those, like, I can't play and tell it at the same time, because, like, it'll definitely screw me up. But like I said, I'll in my next stream, I'll definitely tell it. Tell you guys about it.
Didn't even have time to pull out his weapon. Monster must have been concealed. Surprised him. Guess I'm dealing with an old foglet, hiding behind an illusion.
Terrific. Alright, so how do we deal with that? I don't like foglets either, I've dealt with them. Foglet. Moondust, Necrophage Oil, and Quen. Funcraft, I try to stream every day when I can. If I have time, like, I'll stream a bunch of times during the day. But then there's sometimes I get busy and I'm, like, I won't be able to stream for days at a time. It just depends on what my schedule is like. But I mean, in general, I mean, I stream pretty often. But that's why, another reason why I always tell people, like, you know, if you subscribe, make sure that you hit that notification button. Because I don't have, like, a regular schedule. Like, I don't record videos, edit them, and put them up later on. You know, every video that I do, like, gaming-wise, all my game videos are all live streamed. So it's like, and since I never have a... Okay, on Wednesday at 3 o'clock, I'm going to be on. Like, I don't know when I'm going to be on, so it's so random. I always have to encourage people to make sure they have that notification button if they want to know when I'm streaming. Because, like I said, I don't have a schedule. Okay, Quen. Alright, Foglet. I mean, I don't like Foglets either. They're a huge pain in the ass. Well, they can be. Navigate the illusions. That's another reason I don't like them, is because they make you think that there's multiple ones. What have we here?
And a hell in his eye. Ought to use it.
Uh-huh. Dead horse. Alright, get out of there. Oh, that's a crazy roof. Oh, this is a comforting sight. Oh, Foglet. I know you're in here. Hello. Oh, you're ugly. And you look like you're rotting. Damn that hurt. Nice try, asshole. I don't know where you think you're going. Damn it, I can see him moving too. Shit. Die, you son of a bitch. Haha. And a whole bunch of good stuff. Nothing says foglet like fog. Got that right. Yeah, and they really are, man. They are a pain. Like, they are no joke when you gotta fight them, because as you can just see, I mean, even the ones that aren't like a, for lack of a better description, like a boss level foglet, like that's like a, more of like a boss foglet, you know, kinda. But, you know, even like the regular ones are a pest. Ah, so you didn't discover this before, huh? Guess not. Alright, so let's go collect our reward. And then I'm gonna end the stream. We just exhausted ourselves. Come on. Come on. Come on, Geralt. You should be motivated to run. You're about to get money. You're about to get paid, son.
Any tidings?
Monster's dead. Fog's dispersed.
Ha! Village folk will be content. Give them cause to celebrate. Well, you've earned your reward. Take it, and fare you well.
Okay, what'd you give me? What was my reward? 136 crowns. Okay, alright. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Contract swamp thing. Okay, so... yeah, let me look that up. Look up JSE Prototype 2 Badass Simulator. Alright, let's look for that here. Badass Simulator. Oh, that's what JSE is. That's why this game sounded familiar to me. Because it's Jacksepticeye. Okay. Yeah. That's why it's familiar. I've seen Jacksepticeye play that. It's just been a long time. I have to watch that again just to get a better idea of it. But yeah, I remember that. It's funny. But yeah, I'll check it out, and next time I'm on, I'll let you guys know what I think of it. From what I remember, it was a fun video. Looked like it was a cool game. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe one of these days I'll pick it up. You know, again, just depends on what kind of time I got and all that good stuff. But yep, thanks for watching Voncraft, and I'm into the stream anyway, so all you guys, thanks for jumping in and being active in the chat and watching and participating and helping to continue to build a community here. So it's always awesome when you guys do that. I hope you're all enjoying the game as much as I'm enjoying playing it. So, as I say all the time, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification button so that you know when I'm online, because as we just discussed, I don't have a schedule, and that's the only way that you guys can know exactly when it is that I am live streaming, so that you can jump in and hang out and watch. So, as I say every single time, until the next one, guys, peace.